The
That's really loud.
jungle is my home. The jungle is my home, and I...
Holy shit. We're gonna talk about the redesign to Nidalee after the video's over, but we're gonna talk about this shit. We've got shit to talk about. I'm just gonna let the video play.
This will be a good hunt.
That effect is so cool on the brush, how it's got like a thing around it. I love that. They didn't have to add that, but I love that they did add that. Nidalee, is that you? This theme is a cat jam. Oh my god, animations pop the fuck off. Wow. Every time that I think I just can't be more impressed, like, the Legends of Runeterra team just continuously always impresses me. Wow. Wow, I've got chills. I thought that level up animation was over, and then it went into Pack Mother Nidalee. Can we also just talk about how the fact that she's called Pack Mother Nidalee? She's not just like Pack Mother. Oh my god, the fucking, like, everything about this is so fucking cool. I'm gonna rewatch that later. Maybe now, honestly. I thought the level up animation was over, and then it kept going. It's like the level up animation that really just keeps on giving.
Threaten my pack, die by my claws.
Yeah, see, and it keeps going. Oh my god. Wow, that's sick. I love that she's called Pack Mother Nidalee. So she's similar to Gnar in the sense that she transforms back.
Stay back or I'll shoot. Beast woman.
You cannot hurt me in a way that matters.
Tell him, Nidalee.
Mangle them.
Okay, I want this music though. Like, I want to play this in the background of my streams.
Swift and silent. Here I am.
Was that a cancel? Did that transform just cancel all of the abilities on the stack? Because fuck that.
Grab them by the scruff. Gouge them.
Oh, look at her. Whoa.
Quiet again, as it should be.
Oh, and yeah, the tycoon is making her like double her stats basically. Alright, we're gonna have to look at all these cards. There's a lot happening. Not to mention, there's a lot happening with Ambush in general, which is like a whole other, it's like such a unique thing that I've like, obviously I've never seen before because I haven't played other card games, but like, my god, it's so cool. Okay, let me pull up the cards. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the video and I'm going to reference it just so that I can more fully understand Ambush. But basically, so Nidalee is a 4-mana 5/3 with quick attack. She's giving me very much so Gnar vibes, especially because she's transforming back and forth, it seems like, and she's got quick attack overwhelm, which is something that level 2 Gnar has on, like, I mean, he's his level 2 form, except he's not a Nexus Strike. His is, like, if you've ended with the attack token or something like that. So, yeah, wow. Transform, summon or transform 4 other allies. Okay, sure. So you very much so want to play her with the transform style of an archetype. I mean, Nidalee is just, like, a really good card, isn't she? Let me think about this with Ambush. So with Ambush, to more fully understand how Ambush works, Ambush allies can be played at 2 costs. You can play any Ambush ally as a 2 on your turn 2, basically, or when at least you have 2 mana. So Nidalee, but they're oh fuck, Nidalee can be played as a 2-mana 2/2, but when she shows up as a brush. And I'm gonna pull out Runeterra, my trusty old friend Runeterra AR, so we can look at the brush, which is Shadow in the Brush. What could be hiding here? So you could play Nidalee on 2. Oh, hi.
We're puppy bombing her stream.
Oh my god, hello, Peanut. You're so cute. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. This is
All right. So, we're gonna go back now to reacting posture. Hey, I'm sitting up straight. Anyways, so to essentially to analyze ambush and to go back to Nidalee, you can play Nidalee on turn 2. She's got ambush too. So let me think about this for a second. On turn 3, you can play a Nidalee, you can get Nidalee out by turn 3. Right? Because as we saw in the video, when you play an ambush unit on turn 2, you get, well, when you play an ambush unit, you get their ambush effect, right? And it comes in the form of a burst spell in your hand. So ambush 2 means you get a 2-costed burst spell in your hand to transform your shadow in the brush. What could be hiding there? I'm gonna say that every single time, by the way. To transform your shadow in the brush into a Nidalee, you have to just expend your 2-mana burst spell. So essentially, if you passed on turn 1 and 2, and then you played Nidalee as a shadow and brush on turn 3, you can get a Nidalee out by turn 3, which is really, really cool.
This will be a good hunt.
So I want to just see this, right? Yeah, see, so they play the Nidalee as for 2 mana on turn 6. I mean, this is just, yeah. And you get her little Nidalee's ambush 2-mana burst spell here, right? And then let's ignore the landmark there really quickly because I haven't gotten there yet. I'm not there yet. One at a time, all right? They're going to expend the 2-mana spell to transform that brush just for 2 more mana into a Nidalee. This is something, as I mentioned, it can be done as early as turn 3, as long as you do not play anything on turns 1 and 2, which is very, very cool. Provided Nidalee Bush doesn't get Mystic Shot, that doesn't matter because this is burst speed. It's not focus speed. These ambush spells are burst speed. So even if on turn 3, they Mystic Shotted, you can just play ambush in retaliation to Mystic Shot. But yes, if you do play Nidalee out on turn 2, she can get Mystic Shot on turn 2 because you will not have the retaliation to play ambush or anything like that. Anyways, so yeah, I really, really like that she also, I've seen you summon or transform for other allies. Okay, so that is one thing. Nidalee cannot, I guess that makes sense. She can't level herself, basically. You have to do it with other allies. I wonder if you ever play her with Gnar. I think that's probably a bit redundant to play Nidalee with Gnar, but we'll do some more speculation later. When you Nexus strike with Nidalee, and it's pretty likely because she's got 6 power and she's an overwhelm unit, you get a javelin toss as well, which is very on brand with Nidalee. That's her whole thing. She just like tosses spears that chonk you for 1,000,000 damage. This is a slow speed fleeting card that deals 4 to an enemy. If there's no enemies when I'm played, you target the enemy next instead. This is the luck spell. This is literally Final Spark. This is Final Spark, right? It doesn't have Overwhelm, though. So Final Spark has Overwhelm, and it deals Overwhelm damage to the Nexus. This does not. This simply deals 4 to a net enemy, and if there's no enemies on the board, you'll just target the Nexus instead. So basically just a nice little decimate. That's sick. Wow. Nidalee looks so strong. I'm gonna say right off the bat, Nidalee looks extremely strong. She's just such a solid unit. The biggest thing holding her back is, I mean, it's really the level up, right? And that's why they made it so that she has to see other allies and that you can't just keep transforming her back and forth. So you need to play some more of the transform package in order to run Nidalee. Anyways, so this is just the only thing. Pack Mother Nidalee's Ambush. Transform Shadow Brush to Pack Mother Nidalee. Oh, so this is just the other card that you can transform to Pack Mother. How does that work? If your Nidalee dies if Pack Mother Nidalee dies, whenever you draw another Nidalee, you'll draw Pack Mother Nidalee instead. So you would get this. Okay, makes sense. Got it. Nidalee's champion spell is 1 mana burst, Prowl, give an ally +2 this round. If it's Shadow in the Brush, give it plus. So this is like, this is giving me all out vibes. You know, like Samira's champion spell? Wait. So technically, if you play Nidalee on turn 2, and you've got another Nidalee in hand, she won't technically die to Mystic Shot. If you have another Nidalee in hand, because you'll get +2 in health. Wow. Or you could just main deck Prowl. That's 2. That's true. Wow. I mean, this is really damn good with this archetype, isn't it? Like, wow, Nidalee is so strong, especially that her champion spell is Prowl. Wow. Also, can we just talk about how this artwork is popping the fuck off? Interesting. Okay, let's move on. Would Nidalee in hand be Nidalee on this? Oh, wait, you're right. Let me think about this for a second. Okay, wait, how does that work? If you play Nidalee on board, and you've got another, but you play Nidalee as Shadow in the Brush, what could be hiding there? You play Nidalee as the Shadow in the Brush, but you have another Nidalee in your hand. Can't you play, I mean, you can only have, ambush only works, you can only have one ambush unit on at a time. Can be played as a hidden if there's no other hidden allies. But technically, couldn't it be really, really easy to have 2 Nidalees on the board? Because you can play, well, I mean, not super easy because she still costs 4 mana. But if you have a Shadow in the Brush, what could be hiding there, on the board, like if you played a 2 mana Nidalee, right? And then on turn 4, you just slapped a regular Nidalee on the board. And then you transformed the brush into a Nidalee. Wouldn't you just have 2 Nidalees on the board? I hope I'm not losing anybody here. I think I'm just getting lost in the sauce. But playing her as a brush transforms the one in hand into her spell. The dev said it'll be a spell. Got it. Okay. Okay, alright. I got lost in the sauce for nothing. Alright. Playing her as a brush, confirmed by devs. Thank you for confirming that, I appreciate it. Playing Nidalee as a brush turns the second Nidalee in your hand into a Prowl. Got it, alright. Bushwhack Trap. 2 mana landmark. When I'm summoned or the first time an ally transforms each round, give the weakest enemy vulnerable this round. Wow, huh? This seems pretty good to me. I mean, like, 2 mana landmark? Shurima? Sheesh. Wow. It can work off of husks? How does it work off of husks? When I'm summoned or the first time an ally transforms each round? How does it work off husks? I don't know if I understand that. Wow. This is crazy. This is all Shurima too. Can we just talk about that for a second? Oh my god, I'm so excited. I fucking love Shurima. This is sick. Alright. This looks good. 6 mana towering Pyrophant? Pyrophant? How the fuck? Pyrophant. Ambush 5. This is 6/5 overwhelm. Wow. 5. So let's just say you play this on turn 2. I'm trying to figure out how early you can get Pyrophant out. What's the earliest you can get this card out? You bank on turn 1. You play this on turn 2 as a Shadow in the Brush, what could be hiding there. And then on turn 3, it doesn't really matter, right? But if you banked for full mana on turn 4... No, wait, turn 3... 4 mana. Yeah, the earliest you can get the Pyrophant out is turn 4. Yes. Wow. That's pretty cool. That seems really strong. All of these seem really strong, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it'll be clunkier than I'm thinking, especially when you can only have one Shadow in the Brush on your board at a time. So you really have to, like, look at your hand and see and play around it like that. But that's cool. Wow. This is gonna be such an interesting deck. Huh. Okay. 3 mana Aurora Hallunatus. Hallunatus. That looks like an owl if you ask me, not really like a... Oh, it's a bird. Okay, never mind, it's just a bird. When I transform, summon an Aurora Hallunatus. So when this transforms... When I transform... Wait, what does that mean? What? Does it mean that like when you ambush, like when you ambush the brush and turn it into this, will it summon another Hallunatus? So do you get 2 basically? You get 2 4/2s? So I'm seeing it like when I transform, like it has to be already active, not like as it's a brush, you know? Wow. Also, this is so sick. I want to look at all this art. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Avenging Vastaya. Ambush 3. When I transform, stop all... Oh, this is what we saw in the video! It stopped all the enemy fast speed spells, slow speed spells, and skills. Sheesh. Stop all fast, slow, and... Okay, what the fuck is this wording? Let me think for a second. Stop all enemy fast spells, slow spells, and skills. Stop all enemy fast and slow spells and skills. No, okay, maybe this wording is the best. This is just Rite of Negation, but as a unit. And it's got Spell Shield. Wow, okay. I'm not gonna lie, these all look really strong. Okay, now that I know, I need to...
This will be a good hunt.
I need to see the effects in play now.
Blood on the wind.
Like, really quickly. This is Nidalee. We know that's Nidalee. Why is there only 1 out? Oh, they just played it as normal? Because it wasn't transformed? Can we also say the VA for Nidalee is like crazy? So this is the Poacher is one of the cards we saw yesterday. Again, animation pop off. I want to see some of the new cards that we just looked at already in action. So that's Prowl that they just used. Sorry, I know I'm skipping around a lot. I will stop again for the level up animation because that's just sick as fuck. That is such a good level up animation. That is a top tier level up animation. I just want to say that. As the resident level up animation connoisseur, that's a top tier level up animation. I just need to say that. I don't think that they showcased any more of like the... Oh, that's the Overwhelm card. And the Overwhelm card gets like really huge, I believe, is in this video.
Here I am. You'll fetch a high price.
Yeah, this is the Deny one. And this is gonna transform into the Overwhelm. The Pandafint. Interesting. Huh. Jin has a Deny in his region now? Don't remind me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no no. Oh no no. Wait, what? You can run this with Jin? Wait. Wait, is this a skill? Stop. That's a skill? Told you. What? Told you yesterday? Well, I wasn't paying attention to Lise yesterday. What the fuck? Wow, that's crazy! Okay, so Jen, that's crazy. Wow. Okay. Anyways, moving past that horrible point, let's, Wow, I can't get past that now. That we're not gonna let this have a damper on everything, okay, guys? God, I don't want to play Jin. Actually, well, to be fair, maybe we'll get better Jin decks out of that, you know? Maybe it's not just like, come on, maybe we'll just get some cooler Jin decks. Absolution is probably, like, so excited, you know what I'm saying? Nidalee is the best animation. Okay, so let's talk about the level up animation before we go into the card arts and everything, and before I evaluate. Okay, actually, you know what? Sorry, I'm all over the place. First, let me evaluate the power level of these cards, and then I will talk about level up animation. So, for the power level of these cards, these all look extremely strong in my opinion. I will say, Nidalee, ridiculous. Like, this looks so good. I am so excited to see what kind of decks you can build with her and what champion will best complement her. I'm not going to speculate on that yet. That would be something that has to do with, like, more, like, deck theory crafting later on or whenever that happens. All of her other, like, supporting cards here, these look just, like, really good. The weakest card here is probably, like, Halunatus. And even then, you're getting another 4-2. But yeah, the weakest card here is probably Halunatus, or maybe the Pyrophant, but you can get the Pyrophant out on turn 4 as a 6-mana, as an overwhelm 6/5. Like, yeah. This is in the style, like, it's all so good. All of the cards here that they leaked yesterday as well are really, really interesting. I don't think Anura and Froop really fits into this archetype, if I'm being real. I think Anura and Froop, it doesn't make sense to me. I feel like Anura and Froop will fit into a different style P and Z deck list. But these other transform units, I think Pocket the Cub is probably not going to be that strong. But the Poacher is really interesting. Tycoon might be a good, could potentially be a good game ender for the top end for the deck. I'm not gonna lie, this pains me to say it, but I don't think Bristlehog is that strong either. I'm just like quickly reviewing these ones as well. Trooper is also a good card. But yeah, all the cards they leaked today, wow. I'm like blown out of the water. I will say that the Nidalee, like this Nidalee transform deck is going to be really interesting because obviously when I look at Ambush, I'm theorizing about, okay, how soon can we cheat out these units? That being said, I think that I'm speculating that you actually don't want to run too many of these ambush units in the deck and you want to, you kind of want a good balance. So maybe it'll be harder to level Nidalee than we actually think. Simply because if you run too many of these, I can imagine your hand ends up becoming pretty bricky. Like, for example, if you're running, like, 2 Pyrophants, 3 copies or 2 copies of Pyrophants in your list, and then, like, you run 3 copies of Trooper, and then, like, 3 copies of Poacher, already you're having a lot. Like, this is a lot of transform already. So, I'm interested to see what different kind of Nidalee decks come out of the different, like, already the diverse availability that's here. And we haven't even seen all the champions. And with the other champions, we know that there's going to be more support also, which is crazy to me. So, yeah, this is shaping up to look very, very strong. That's my overall analysis of the power level for the cards that we've seen. Anyways, as the resident level up animation, self-appointed level up animation connoisseur, I'm going to be analyzing Nidalee's level up animation to talk about this now. Have a fun stream. Go look at your mouse climb you do play tonight. Thanks, Prism Sword. Have a good one. Alright. Could level Nidalee with Blade Dance? Oh, that's weird. Okay. So, wait, that's interesting. Oh, okay. It was interesting because they zoomed in on the Nidalee card. That's actually, they never do that they don't usually do that in these teaser trailers. So, what I like here in the beginning, we always look at the transitions first. They have like a running animation, which is either symbolize like Nidalee running past or some sort of animal running past, which I love when they have a good transition for the level up animations, which is what they've been doing for all the most recent ones. This level up, I'm trying to think about why this level up animation feels so good. I think it's because it's so dynamic. Like, there's so much action happening in here. Like, she's just like, the actions are really big, she's like swinging, and it feels very dynamic. In comparison to, when I think of other level up animations that don't feel as dynamic, like, I think of like Alawi for some reason, where she's kind of like swinging her tentacle, but the motion feels like a little bit more awkward in the level up animation for some reason, at least to me, versus here, it just like the motion is like really big, right? Very like, it's like lots of swinging, it's dynamic, the huge, like you got the cool like pose at the end. It's all contributing to a very like powerful level up animation in my opinion. I think also this, I don't mean this in a bad way, but I think because she's also like more zoomed out in the level up animation, you don't really get to, you don't see her like face close up as much. And so for that reason, she doesn't like, even if the model doesn't look too different, like even if the model looks more different from what her actual beautiful card art looks like, for example, it's like, it's not causing too much of a discrepancy. A good example of this is like, for example, Tristana's level up animation in Legends of Runeterra always throws me off because she looks so different in the level up animation, or not Tristana, I mean like Poppy, or like, what's another one? Like Rise. They look, their level up animation, because they're like really zoomed in and close on their face, you can tell that the level up animation model looks really different from the card art. And I think that creates a bit of discrepancy and kind of like, what's the word? There's a word for this. It breaks the immersion basically. But because we can't really see the Nidalee model's face too clearly, I actually think that it helps with the immersion of the level up of the Nidalee, because you still are just, you're just assuming like, yeah, that's Nidalee, right? Like and then this brings me to my second point. When you get the actual zoom in of the actual like the pack mother Nidalee, it looks really, really good, right? And that's where they show you the close up of her transformed form. Like you can actually see the face in really clear detail. I'm trying to get the still frame of it right now. Also, that ending scene is so sick. I'm trying to get the still frame. Like it actually looks like pretty damn good, honestly, in comparison to what the art looks like. And this leads me to one of my other theories, which is that with level up animations, for Legends of Runeterra, when it comes to non-human models, they knock it out of the park in like overall standard. There are some obviously very good human model level up animations. I would say good examples of this would be like Ari, even the Gwen level up model animation in my opinion is very good, and those are all like, they're humanoid people, right? They're human people. But I think Legends of Runeterra most consistently makes non-human characters for the level up animations. They more consistently look good than the human models. And so the fact that they do the zoom in here, it just, all of these factors are contributing to like build the perfect storm, which is that like this level up animation is a fucking banger. All right. Like that's it. Sorry, I could talk about level up animations all day. That powerful pose at the end, it's also been like a tried and true thing with level up animations where like power poses at the end really just get you. Another good example of this is, for example, the Jarvan level up animation, J4. His model doesn't look super great, but he's got this like really cool like slow-mo jump and a very powerful pose. And because the level up animation really feels like, you feel the impact, you feel like it just feels good, right? So like when you see Nidalee kind of like pouncing and landing, Pack Mother Nidalee that is, it's also just another very good feeling that contributes to the level up animation. Anyways, that's all my thoughts on the level up animation. Now Fairy just got announced for LoL. Is she mentioned anywhere in lore? I don't think so. Not that I've noticed at least. Yeah. Looking at this, like, oh my god, and there's the thingy. Oh my god, it's literally Pocket Protector. I want to look at like every single one of the artworks for this because the design rework on Nidalee is absolutely insane. Also, peep your girl Nico there. This is so good. Like, when you compare old League of Legends Nidalee, like the bottle, even if you look at like this right now, I think TV Skyen says it the best. Okay, wait, you can't really see because it's TV Skyen says it the best. She kind of just looks like a stereotypical, like she's stereotypically like I don't know, she's like in a Halloween costume and she's cosplaying some like Amazon warrior or something. And obviously she's very sexualized, like she's like very like scantily clad and everything. That's just Nidalee. And then when you look at the cougar form, it's just like a regular cougar. How do you, is it called cougar? Is that called cougar form? It's literally just like a regular ass cougar with like some gems on its forehead, you know? But like this redesign, and then the redesign on like making it so that her tattoos translate over into the cougar form. Oh my god, nut. This is so fucking sick, dude. And this patch of this fur translating over to her fucking like the mane. Oh my god, dude. No, it's too good. It's just like the only thing that makes me so sad is that it makes me partially sad is that League of Legends just will not see this redesign of Nidalee, maybe ever. Maybe eventually, but it won't be for a while. I love this redesign for Nidalee. I agree with the masses on this. I think this is so fucking sick. Common lore W. I'm so like ecstatic about this. Just like the lore art slaps every single time. So yeah. Wow. God, and the ears too. Oh man. I can't wait to see Nico. Genuinely. What are some of the other card arts that I want to look at? Bushwhack Trap is obviously, wow, they're like literally everywhere. Oh wait, that's the Vestayan dude with Spell Shield. That's so cool. This is something that's very like core to Nidalee's kit. I like that they incorporated that. And then we look at the Pyrophant. Wow. Oh, I said this yesterday as well in when I was reviewing like these other cards. I love that like there's a story going on here, which is that like the followers are at war with each other, like they're fighting these poachers, you know? And you can see they're all like in action. And that's also represented in the whole ambush thing, right? Which is that like Nidalee is like targeting her spears at these people. It's like the whole thing. Like there's the story being told here amongst these followers, and I absolutely love that. The flavor, immaculate. Oh my god. Also, Moth, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Moth, I hope you had a fantastic stream today. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, anyways, yeah, screw the poachers. Don't play any of the poachers in your deck in protest, guys. Oh, I need to look at the art for this Vestaya. God, the colors are so cool too. Leg. Is that a leg? That's a leg, right? Leg. He's just like, I mean with his leg, obviously, but like. Thanks, have a great stream. Thanks, Moth. Nothing can stop me from playing Blimp Man. Who's Blimp Man? But yeah. It's fucking beautiful, man. This is like... The Blimp Man animation goes hard. What do you mean the Blimp Man? Did you not watch the video? You have to specify. Are you you're talking about this guy? Yeah, the Blimp animation is sick. Also, hey, Smetrita. Anyways, these are my overall resounding thoughts for Nidalee. If you are watching this reaction on YouTube, I'd love to hear your thoughts in general. You can let me know down in the comments below. I will be reading through them. Anyways, sorry I'm so bad at this. I haven't done this in a while. Thank you for watching, and yeah, have a good one. Okay, that was for YouTube chat.